Good morning, everyone. Ingram Micro, in collaboration with HASHCRON Technologies, invites you to focused webinar session on Microsoft Dynamics 365 marketing. Through this session, you will learn how Dynamics 365 marketing elevates customer experiences, allowing you to orchestrate personalized journeys across all touchpoints to strengthen relationships and earn loyalty. We have with us today Mr. Nitish Anand, Business Development Manager, Microsoft D365 and Power Platform from Engram Micro. Ms. Reem from Microsoft, she is the Territory Channel Manager, and Mr. Sajid Hamid, who is the Director of Sales from HASHCRON Technologies. This session will be recorded, which will be used for future references. We'll also send the recording along with the follow-up mailer. Please be free to raise your hands and ask any questions during the session. Alternatively, we also have a chat option. You can drop in your questions there, and later on, we will answer them in the question and answer round. My name is Pooja, and I'm from the marketing department from Engram Micro. Feel free to reach out to us anytime for any further assistance. So without any more introduction or any more time being wasted here, I give the mic to Mr. Nitish to start the session. Thank you.
Thanks, Pooja, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Nitish, and I am Business Development Manager for Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. So I work very closely with partners in terms of all the business application modules and applications that we project. So in this particular session that we are particularly discussing on the Dynamics 365 marketing, which Mr. Sajid will be presenting on the workshop session for the demonstration. And we have also Reem from Microsoft, who will be talking more on the applications, different applications which we have and the Power Platform. I will be sharing my details as well, and we can have a one-to-one session later after the session, and we can work closely as well. Over to you, Reem, for the applications discussions on that.
ठीक और कौन सा दिखता है?
Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Can you hear me well?
Yes, Reem.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Reem Laben. I'm the Channel Sales Manager for Business Applications at Microsoft. I mainly look at our business application suite, which I'll be speaking briefly about shortly with you guys. And how I support, or what do I do in Microsoft, is that we support our customers to understand their business needs and look at who would be the right partner that can support them to address those needs, those challenges, or those business transformation strategies that they have within their organizations. I'll have a quick start on what is the Microsoft Cloud. So we keep saying, the Microsoft Cloud, leverage the Microsoft Cloud, but really what is included in this Microsoft Cloud? So when we say Microsoft Cloud, we look at all the products and suite of offerings. It's a full technology stack that Microsoft supports you with to empower your organizations on different levels, to different teams, different departments, to address your needs and support your organization. So starting with I'll start top down. So starting with our software as a service, where we look at Microsoft 365, our full collaboration suite, our workplace transformation and supporting your hybrid workplace with Office 365, with Outlook, with SharePoint, and all the different collaboration components that Microsoft offers that are very known to you. And then we look at LinkedIn and Microsoft Dynamics, and this is where we support your business operations on different levels, how you engage with your customers, how you present your offerings from your organizations, how you manage your internal operations, and so on. And then moving to the next layer, which is our platform as a service, where we provide support to your organization with a toolkit that can help you to create your own solutions, create your own I would say, elements that helps your organizations in different ways. So with GitHub, we're looking to support your developers. With Microsoft Power Platform, we look to support not only your developer, but every team within your organization, whether they would like to have a better data visualization, process automation, creating mini applications that with a very simple kind of drag and drop approach can support your team to do or to accelerate something or a task that they're doing today. Then moving to Microsoft Azure, which is our technology foundation here. This is how we support you from an infrastructure perspective and how we support your organization through identity management, security, and compliance that span every application and every layer that we have just mentioned and discussed now. Then I'll give a little bit of focus to what is our business application suite? What do we refer to when we say Microsoft Dynamics and Power Platform? So Microsoft Dynamics and Power Platform here is really how we look at your data, how you look at your processes, and how you would want to address any business needs and challenges from within those data and business processes. So for example, I'll give an example with the traditionally reimagining how we look at CRM and ERP. So these are foundational elements that a lot of our organizations today leverage to manage, whether manage financial operations, whether manage your relationship with the customers, and so on. And then Power Platform here is a complementing toolbox that we look at it that can support you with Dynamics or even standalone with any other third-party solution that you're using today. I'll move to the next slide to kind of give you a little bit of a zoom on Dynamics. What is Dynamics? What is Power Platform? What is included in them? Just a very brief overview. So when we say ERP within Dynamics, it's what we call or refer to as our operations suite. It's how you empower your organization internally to change the way or enhance the way or maybe add value to the way they're doing things through intelligence and having the data visibility and insights. So looking at your financial management, how can I get an AI supported forecasting to my financial overview, and how can I manage every element across whether my fixed assets, whether my general ledger, my payments, receivables, all those components. And then looking at human resources, how can I manage my employees' journey from hire to retire? How can I manage supply chain? How can I actually optimize my supply chain? How can I have visibility on, capacity planning and demand planning? How can I use those insights and data that I collect at different touch points with my customers to enrich and adjust and optimize my back office operations? And project operations, and how we as organizations that have project-based or service-based offerings to our customers that we need to manage in a unique approach, in a detailed or a project-based approach. Then I would give another look to our customer engagement workloads, which is the CRM formerly known. In Microsoft, this is called customer engagement workload, because this is where we look at our full customer orchestration journey. It's looking at 360 view to our customer, looking at how we engage with the customer. What are the different communication touch points that we communicate with this customer? What is the customer's preferred channels that he would like to communicate with us from? How do we manage our leads, our deals, our orders to fulfillment? How do we provide better customer service and customer support to our customers, and so on? So I've just briefly touched on the different modules that we offer in Dynamics, but really the strength that Dynamics brings here is that all these applications or modules is what we call a modular purpose-built application, which means that it's an application that is created to be either a standalone application that you can leverage within your organization to address or look at certain area of your business, or it could be actually combined together to complement each other. So whether today you're looking at, let's say, for example, finance and supply chain, but how does really having a single unified platform with a seamless integration that looks at my sales reflects within my financials? And how do I get the customer service and the customer feedback, and how do I feed it in to kind of optimize my operations on the back end and in the back office? So this is where the real strength comes from, having a unified platform that offers those purpose-built applications or modules. Then I would give you a quick overview here on Power Platform. And as I mentioned, Power Platform is considered our toolbox. And why do I say it's a toolbox? Because it really does empower your team to do their own kind of solutions to certain challenges or business needs that you have today. So I'll start with Power BI. It's our data visualization tool. You can basically integrate with ready-made connectors that we offer you through different data sources that you have within your organization today, whether it's third-party application, whether it's a legacy on-premise solution or a cloud-based solution, whether it's data on Excel sheets that you have today that you would like to kind of combine together in a dashboard to get the visibility and insights on your business to be able to take those proactive decisions and have better insights and centralized visibility. Then looking at Power Apps. So Power Apps today is a simple drag and drop approach where you can create those small solutions or applications within your organization to kind of bridge the gap between a process that is running across two systems, or automating something that you've been doing and entering data manually for it. Repetitive works and tasks that you would like to kind of enhance in a way. Power Virtual Agents. It's looking at what we know as the chatbot. So today, your different service communication with your customers, whether your external customers or your internal customers, which are your employees, how can we offer them sort of a FAQ, directional guidelines, answer their questions, take in requests to process and to automate and to address without really having someone that has to do that for us. So leveraging the power of a chatbot with a simple as well drag and drop approach on how you can personalize this to your business process and need. Then finally, Power Automate, which is our robotic process automation. It's how we look at, you want to look at your processes, how your business processes, how things are running today, and how can we automate different areas, different elements? How can we provide this efficiency on minimizing the repetitive tasks that the team has to do, and how they can it can be simply automated with an RPA solution, right? So this is what really Power Automate provides. So as I've just briefly went through our business application suite, I'll give the floor now to HASHCRON team, to Sajid, to kind of give a bit of a drill down specifically on marketing and understanding the different touch points that we communicate with our customers, the different channels that we communicate with our customers, and how this can really empower a personalized customer journey for your customers. Thank you very much, and I'll be waiting to receive from you as well by the end of the session where your current interests are, to kind of hear from us more, get better understanding maybe on different areas moving forward as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Reem. This was Reem from Microsoft, and thank you, Pooja and Nitish, also for the insight. And so we look into the main feature of today's webinar is how does the businesses grows into multiple of X, and what it is required. And if you do not want to do it, who else can take care of it, So we'll look into the details of the entire solution. So every organization today wants to grow multiple times. Basically, it has not become a choice. It has become kind of a required, because for business sustainability, one has to ensure that you take care of your customer. If you do not take care of your customer, somebody else will. So it becomes, your business sustainability goals to ensure that you take care of your revenue growth, your sales growth, your customer relationship management. And to do this, what are the things required? We will see that in details today and how it can be done. So basically, today's seminar can give you not only the what part of it, why it is needed. We'll see some of the surveys, some of the data from the Forrester, that what it talks about, that why organization today needs to plan in a structured manner to engage the customer, because building the relationship is becoming an essential part of today's sales environment. So in fact, in today's sales environment, nowadays, the high growth organizations are using customer intent database. What it means is that today, when a customer approach a partner, most of the time they're already aware of the solution 50 to 60% of the time. And you know that generally everybody goes to Google, figure it out what they need, who is an expert in the field. So really then the people who possess the knowledge as well as the build a relationship with the customer will be able to close the deal. So relationship building becomes a very, very essential part of today's journey. And when sellers fall short of this, because of the so many challenges of the complex interaction, we will see how we can mitigate some of these complex interaction by using the technology. Okay, so still not convinced that improved relationship selling is key to an organization's success? Consider some of the data from the market that the organization which are engaging the customer are more likely to close the business twice compared to others who are not. So that actually gives you an overview of what it requires in the relationship management. The second part of the survey says that 77% of the customer want sellers to teach them something new. Because in today's world, you really cannot just keep sending the same standard information. The customers is very informed. They have Google to their service where they get all the solutions before even they reach. So most of the time they are looking for sellers who really has the data and expertise to engage with them. And then the other part says that 23% says that the sellers really does not, provide the actual data, what they require, the excellent experience. So maybe various people are engaging customers in different life cycle of the engagement, whether it's at the prospecting stage, whether it is at the lead or opportunity stage, but the experience, the journey experience is not good as per that. Now, looking at the other some critical percentage in terms of how the sellers spend their day on customer engagement. So the high growth organization are spending around 60%, 67% of their time in customer engagement compared to 43% on the low growth. This again highlights the need for a relationship building, So the customers today, if you can take care of relationship building, the multiple revenue times can be taken care. And later in the slides, we will see how we can take care of customer engagement through some of the things which Reem from Microsoft talk about, customer journey or orchestration and other things. Will take care of those, that how we can increase the customer experience part of it. 76% of a customer want sellers to build a relationship. This again, if you see that again and again, the data points come that the things in today's marketing environment is that you have to engage your customer not only with the excellent experience, but with the right data available to the sales team. So the customers is aware that you are a specialist in the area. Similarly, 77% of customers want personalized sales content. Now, again, without using the tools, it becomes a very, very difficult to personalize your sales interaction or sales experience with each customers because of the short of the time. So how, again, you can create the time, we can see in the later part of that. And there are some more percentage which talks about how customers, affect their business, decisions based on various factors. They want sellers to actually tell them how the solution will fit into their business rather than the other way around, that how the business will fit into the solution, which many of the sellers say that this is how it works, and then figure it out how your business can get into the alignment with the business technical solution. So this data shows that the relationship becomes equally important. So then how can we build a personal relationship through technology? Now, as everybody is aware, and all of us who are in the sales part of the business have used one or the other tool over a period of time. Either we have used CRM, it could be a structured CRM tool, or it could be as simple as an Excel sheet where you are tracking your customer details, engagement, relationship. The only thing is that if you use the Excel sheet, it becomes a low-tech solution where data integrity and the other challenges increases for the sales team. The other part of the sales teams over a period of using the productivity tools to collaborate, because now not only the sales team, but also the customers is mobile. People are working in a hybrid format. So how can you collaborate with them using the right tools? And some of the tools we discussed about, Office 365 and other, which allows you the team's productivity tools to engage the customer and increase the experience in absence of the in-person meetings. Then some of the smart sellers, what they do today is using social networks. LinkedIn has become one of the real tools to know the insight of the customer, their skill set, their requirement before actually you engage the customer. So you can tailor made or you can personalize your selling experience with this customer by knowing the customer more. Now, having so many things available to a sales team to engage a customer in a personalized way, it has been shown that 67% of the reps' time is spent on non-selling activities, doing various chores and switching between various tasks which are more on the administrative nature rather than selling and relationship building. So one of the things which has been come out of the survey is that using a Dynamics 365 solution can reduce administrative time by 15 to 20%. What that means to the business is that you're getting almost at 53 minutes or almost an hour of a time extra each day. So just imagine that if your sales team has an hour extra compared to your competitor, then what happens is that your sales team is able to better build a relationship, spend more personalized time with the customers, and possibly have a better customer experience on the sales. So these all things will really help the sales team increase the revenue by X percentage. Now let's look into the Microsoft Dynamics more specifically on the Microsoft Dynamics 365 marketing. So on the customer engagement front, Microsoft has a lot of modules right from the customer sales, marketing, customer insight, Viva sales, customer relationship management. So these kind of tools are available. Today we'll more focus on the marketing, that how marketing help increase the sustainability of the business as well as the increase your sales. To make prospect into business relationship is the goal of any sales organization, So how you can help business nurture more sales ready leads, align sales and marketing with common data and connected business processes in a unified platform. Most of this solution, which you saw that they all have the CDS or common data structure behind all this application, which you can leverage through a Power Toolbox, either through Power BI, giving your sales team a 360-degree view of customers, their engagement with your organization, and build a personalized customer journeys, make smarter decisions with interaction insights, as well as grow their operation with an adaptable platform. Now I will give you, before we jump deep dive into this, we'll see the 360-degree view of the marketing module itself. There's a very, very feature-rich application right from the lead capabilities building, where you can do the multi-channel campaigns, right from emails, LinkedIn, SMS, all multiple channels can be engaged to build a customer leads. And then you can also do a lead nurturing. So one of the major benefits compared to the earlier version of the Microsoft CRM is that you have a real-time marketing available in the lead nurturing part, where customer journey you can orchestrate a customer journey and then do a real-time marketing and see how customer is interacting with your different campaigns, whether the customer is opening a specific campaign or they are clicking on a certain buttons or certain links on the campaign. Your team will be able to see those details through the customer insights available into the Dynamics 365 marketing. Then there's a complete whole set of event management. Nowadays, event management is a big functionality. So right from the sessions, speakers, venues, event portal, webinar integrations, this all entire things is available as part of Dynamics 365 marketing. So you don't have to use heterogeneous set of tools once you start using the Dynamics 365 marketing. Then on the customer insight, this is really a very strong features of Dynamics 365 marketing, where you can get 360-degree view of your leads. You can see customer interaction insights. What does interaction insights really means is how customers are interacting to your, your campaigns, your websites, at what time of the day they are, opening your emails, at what time of the day or what channel they would like to be engaged with. All this data, once you have through customer insight, you will be able to personalize your selling experience of the customer. Okay, and there's tons of customer analytics available. Some of them we will see in today's demo. Unified platform. Again, it is a completely integrated. You can have a sales integration, you can have marketing, you can have customer insight. Even people who have field services, they all can be integrated, all this module, and can be used as a unified platform from a Dynamics 365 perspective. Now, most of these modules are available as a SaaS module available on the cloud. So the benefit of having on the cloud is the AI capabilities, which Microsoft is extending as part of the marketing. So a lot of things which require smart scheduling. We discuss about, knowing your customers' habits. If they do open, let's say, a second part of the day, your emails or campaigns. So that becomes is that you can increase the customer experience by tailoring your email scheduling to go to the specific part of the day. So this is all can be taken care by the AI capabilities available in smart scheduling. You can do segmentation, or you can even do a dynamic segmentation of your customer and target database. And most importantly, one of the challenge of the marketing team has always been the email landing in the inbox or the junk folder rather than inbox. So you have an option called spam score before even sending the email campaigns to see that what is the likelihood of your emails going into the spam, and then taking the mitigation plans to ensure that the spam score becomes really low. So all your emails goes into the inbox. Okay, now some of the best practices, how can you ensure your email marketing things are there? The clean content is one of the main requirements when you plan your email campaigns. So you should have certain basic information like unsubscribe links, your organization physical street address. All these increases, your kind of a deliverability aspect of your campaign. So it leverages spam score feature, as we discussed, to ensure that your content is clean and most of the spam filters won't put it into the junk box. Then the second part of best practices on the email marketing is that probably your technical team is more aware on sender policy or SPF frameworks, DKIM or domain key identifications. These all the features ensures that your emails get delivered, or the deliverability of the emails increases tremendously because the spam filters will authenticate that the campaign is coming from where it is meant to come from. So thus ensures that the spam filters is avoided and it goes into the inbox.
It's under there's a DHCP reservation for him.
Okay. Pooja, can we mute if feasible?
Hello.
So
Yeah.
Thank you. Some of the things that prevent hard bounce. So now what Dynamics 365 use the marketing is that suppose you have a targeted customer list and then you are sending it and it bounce back. So it will ensure that the same email is not used for the 6 months. So that kind of a automation you can bring into your Dynamics 365. Generally in the market, don't use purchase mailing list is one of the best practices, because if you have purchased it, it means it is available for various organizations within your geography and everybody is hitting using those. So most of the time then the spam filter will put it into the junk box. Consistent, even if you have a smaller list, that is better than having a large blast emails. Consistent volume. What does it means that don't go and blast it, let's say 100K in a day, and then the next week it is only 10,000 or 1,000. So keep a consistent way of sending your marketing emails. I have seen that some of the organization have a huge database, especially on the utility side, where they have a 5 million contact database and they wish to send it every month a mailer. So generally, what do we advise in those kind of a scenario is that take care of, let's say 100K and put it into different segmentations using a dynamics segmentation features of tool, and then send a consistent volume across the month. Some of the other factor is in the recommended size, leverage previews and test before you send it. Then the contact entity, only entity to specify recipient. Filtering can be performed using contact related entities. Then you have marketing forms. You can create your marketing forms where people can do subscription. They can say their preferred method of sending or receiving your campaign data or your offers. So this will also ensure that you are compliant to GDPRs. Then there is allow the approval. So before you hit the kind of a marketing campaign, you can have an approval process which can take care of it. And some of the other features we will like a segmentation members can be the best practices to do the orchestration of your marketing campaigns. We discuss about the GDPR features. So using the Dynamics, you can actually get the details of the customer preferences before sending them the marketing campaigns. Okay, so before we actually deep dive into the marketing features from the perspective that how the marketing team or how your business really leverage these features to grow your sales 5x or more. So we saw that how can you grow business? What are the options? What are the things needed? Business sustainability, as well as allowing your teams to use the various marketing features. Survey shows that 67% of the customer high performing organization use the customer engagements, the time spent on it. The sales team generally use the 3 most valued tools like CRM, productivity, and social networks. The challenge is that how can you get 1 hour extra a day by using the tools? Then the Dynamics 365 gives you the complete, a 360-degree view of your customer. What are the marketing best practices and the GDPR features? We can take questions at the end because I think we have a lot of content. So I will just cover it and then or some of your questions can get answered during the presentation. So now anybody which is doing sales and marketing, they always have the 5 pillars of the marketing, what it's called, So you have a first thing to start with a build pillar, where you need certain builder functionality where you can build your campaign, you can do the data merging, you have certain media content, you want to merge your media with the contact database. So Dynamics 365 has a module called build, where you will be able to build your things, which we can see that you can even embed your images, videos in your campaigns. and a very sophisticated use of the builder. Now, once you build your campaign, the next part is comes sending the campaign. That to send a campaign, maybe a scheduled time, as well as you want to test it before sending to ensure your spam filters and other things are low. So this is the send feature of it. Then after you send it, the most important is that you would like to know that what is the deliverabilities of your campaigns. How many emails are bounced, how many actually delivered. So those kind of an analytics you can get into the insights. Now, the most important feature is open and read also. That sometimes it is delivered, but the customer has not opened. So really, you would like to know that how many of your targeted audience are opening, at what time they're opening, what part of it actually, customer campaign they are clicking. So these are the details you can take care of it in the read and open module of the 365. Now, we have done the market implementation of Dynamics 365 modules, and these are some of the common features which we have come across where people use for, let's say, build requirement, or some of the competitors has some features. So we have put it in detail so you can see that in the build, many of the features like merge the tagging, personalizations, personalized URLs, embedded personalized downloadable files. All these features is available as part of the Dynamics 365. You can also create templates. You are running a certain campaigns and which are successful. You would like to run the same campaigns again and again, or utilize the same templates for different campaigns. You'll be able to use those parts. You can do even if some of the people would like to customize their HTML customization, it will be taken care. Similarly, like search feed filters, email previews are there. And most important features that you can capture all your media storage and access at one location, and then can reuse multiple times in the various campaign. And you can also do the application integration with your, let's say, LinkedIn, as well as you can do with your Outlook, and better, increase the customer experience through your better campaign building. So I will not go through all the slides. If you have specific questions, you can ask in the end, or you can, after the webinar, you can get to me and ask a specific area which you're interested. So example is that when you're building a campaign, so Microsoft allows, some of the features, let's say you can do the mail merge. So you have your contact database, then you can mail merge the contact database, get the various elements like text, image in a drag and drop. You can have a videos, you can drag and drop, build your campaigns, test it, and then send it. So some of the things like templates and other things can be taken care. So in the build features, you have, let's say, merge tagging, which becomes a very important. You want to personalize your emails. So you can use the first name and other various filters, and then able to, send your personalized journey. As we saw that the relationship building becomes a very, very important aspect of your marketing campaigns. So using the build feature or merge tags, you'll be able to personalize each of your emails, though it is sending as a large campaigns. I think somebody's mic is not muted. If you can mute, okay, appreciate that. Okay, Pooja, you would like to probably mute?
Oh, yes, I'm.
Okay, thank you. So then in the preview mode, you have one of the things which you would like to see before you send is that how your customer will see your campaigns. So you can do in the desktop, tablets, you can click and see how the actual emails will look into the various devices of the customer. So you can basically see that from the system admin subject and how the things are coming into different screen sizes. And there's a very important features which is not available in most of the marketing product available in the market today, is that Microsoft has integrated something called litmus preview. which comes as a package as part of Dynamics 365 marketing, where you can do the 500 previews across the different devices, including Apple, even the older version of Apple. If you'd like to see, you'll be able to click the preview and see how your content will look into that. Okay, so and then the most important part of the Dynamics is that you have a complete customized entities available. So there are certain standard entities available which you can use to merge your content, as well as you can create your own custom entities. Once you do customer entities, then you will be able to get your external data. Let's say you have an HR application. You can create an HR application and bring data into your Dynamics 365 marketing, and then do the personalization of mail merge with the names and the habits of the people to do the better sales experience, you know. Okay, so now similarly, like, you know, you can take care of various other features of the build. So what I will do is I will probably just run through these and go only highlight the important. Now, this is one of the key features of the product is called insert images. So many times the organizations would like to also want that which part of the campaign the user clicked. Let's say you're running a donation campaign, a simple. So there could be a volunteering options as well as the donations. So if they click on the donate button, you would like to send a thank you email as part of your customer journeys, you know. And if they click on, let's say, volunteering, you would like to send them a second email with the details about how they can volunteer for the things. So using the insert image, you'll be able to do most of those things. Okay, so that takes care of the build part. Now in the send part, it's very important here is that you can see the customer journeys. You can go and build a real-time customer journey. Once you build your campaign, then you can build, let's say you want to send an email. Okay, you connect your customer or segmentation database. You can even do a scheduling of your email, and then you can see that, okay, wait until this, you can a specific time the emails will be sent. So this is the sending part of the emails can be taken care of it. There are various segmentation templates which you can get benefit of, you know. Okay, so we'll go slightly fast on the send page features. As part of the send, you can do a test emails, you can do the contact management. So in contact management, basically, you can even write a query to do segmentation of your audience onto various factors, you know. Now the next two pillars are deliver and open, you know. So deliverable, bounce back, analytics. So you want to ensure that email must be delivered to all employees, you know. The emails have to go into the recipient focused inbox. So those features, you can take care of it again as part of your, you know, customer journeys. The one thing which I wanted to show here is that the insight features, you know. So every part of the Dynamics 365, you will see the insight. And insights are very, very detailed. It says the number of mails opened as part of the campaign, number of clicked emails, forward emails, email feedbacks. So you can see even delivery details, how many blocked, how many delivery failed with hard bounces happened, how many sent, all those things information is available. Okay, so now come into the other part of read features, you know. So in the case of a read features, you would like to know how many of those information is read by your customer. So if you see again, the Dynamics allows you a very detailed insight that how many people visited your website, you know, how many unique visit, how many submission of various forms has happened. How many people have updated their contact. If you're creating a forms, you'll be able to allow them to update their contacts. So these all informations, you can see that how many leads created as part of the campaign along with the conversion rates. And you can also see the geographical mapping of your customers coming from. So now let's look into one of the things is, let's say if you have any email builder use case where if somebody wants to, embed the video and GIF, so you can do basically, the tool has a lot of tools, right from you can drag and drop on images, or you can drag and drop the videos, or you even can write a code which will perform certain actions when the user clicks the buttons. Okay, so now let's look. Okay, now this is again a very important real-time marketing, which is part of the Dynamics 365. So if you see that basically what does the real-time marketing means is that once you have sent a campaign, then basically as part of the customer journey, you can get a real-time marketing that an email has been sent. So once the email sent, you will see that how many of people has opened, or maybe a day before you can send a reminder emails. Now, how many people has clicked? If they have clicked, you can take a certain different action. If they are not clicked, basically probably you will not engage with them. So looking that they may not be interested in that. Now, once they click it, the other thing, as we were discussing, if they're clicking on donate, you would like to send them a thank you note. If they click on, let's say, join our cause, you would like to send them a volunteer segment. Now, all these features, if you want to do it through an Excel sheet or a manual or most of the other tools, it will take a lot of administrative tasks. So that is what we saw, that you can free up your sales team by almost 1 hour a day by having these tools available and utilize this automation as part of the customer journeys in the Dynamics 365. Now let's, since we have 10 minutes left, I will go into the part of the actual demo. And we'll share the presentation as post webinars. So let's go into the actual live demo of the product. If you see the Dynamics 365 marketing, it's a part of your Office 365. If people are using Office 365, then they'll be able to have an application called marketing. They'll be able to click it and open it. You have certain, if you need to know the subscription and license, Nitish and myself will be able to explain you more on the licensing part of the Microsoft marketing. So you have a dashboard where you can see your recent work. You are sending some emails and new triggers. You can do the segmentations. You can do the analytics part of it. You'll be able to do the customer journeys. You do multiple segmentations and different trigger points you can go and create as part of your, or things. So example is that if somebody is updating their contact database as part of your forms available of the marketing content, then you would like to send them a thank you message saying that, or they are doing the update on the personalization, whether they prefer to receive by email or they prefer to engage by phone. So accordingly, you can create various triggers automatically in your system. And then based on these triggers, you'll be able to send various emails as part of it. Now, segmentation becomes one of the key features. If you can see that you want to create a new segmentation, you can put a name, very simple. You can create a contact or an entity you want to create a segmentation on, and then based on the various segmentation filters, you'll be able to create your segmentation. So let's say your accounts, you can create a contact and say as part of the address. So the people living in certain cities or certain zip codes, you want to put as part of a segmentation. So you'll be able to do a segmentation. You can create even a subgroups part of segmentation. So as segmentation ensures that you again are giving a customer a personalized experience. So you have, let's say, people interested in Dynamics 365 marketing, or people interested in ERP, or people interested in Power BI or Power Apps. So you can automatically create these segmentations of your customer base and run the customer journey accordingly. You have multiple channels. You can have emails. You can have push notification. You can have SMS integration. As part of it, you can do all those things. as part of the details. Okay, now one of the things which I wanted to show a good feature is called customer journey. So if you have certain journeys, basically you can go and create your complete journey. You can create a trigger. You can create the emails, and then you can basically go and just click on this box. You want to say a push notification. You click on the push notification. You put the various filters or the details of the push notification you want. OK, so it's a very, very easy to use. Hardly any training will be needed. It's a drag and drop. So you will be able to create a customer journey which is personalized and then do automation of your entire marketing. You can have your various digital assets in the asset module where you can create your images, videos, and then reuse those things across the various campaigns which you do it part of it. Then you can have templates, content. You can create a different content blocks. You can actually integrate that content block as part of the campaign. So like this, you'll be able to use various tools for automating your entire, customer journey, marketing, building, right into the insights. So once you look into the insights, all analytics. So if you click on the analytics, okay. So since I just set up this module, it says that module will be available in around 24 hours. But as we saw on the PPT, you can get a lot of insight into various activities of the customer. Okay, now coming back from a demo, let's look. One of the things is that what Gartner and what are the other competitor talks about. If you see, the Microsoft is named as a leader in 2021 Gartner Magic Quadrant for the customer engagement. So if you see this, Microsoft is right up there, as a leader in the customer engagement space, including the Dynamics 365. OK, so I think we have 5 minutes left approximately. So if you have any questions, we can take it. Otherwise, we will have these sessions available to you.
Hi all, any questions you can raise your hand and ask. We'll unmute you for it. Alternatively, you can also leave it in the chat box. This is a good opportunity since the Microsoft team is already on the call. We also have HASHCRON on the call and Nitish in Gram Micro team as well. So any questions, please ask now.
Hey, good afternoon. Am I audible enough?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sajid, for the beautiful demo you have given. And I do expect in future as well, HashCon and Microsoft will invite us for such a productive and informative demo. I have a couple of questions. I'm Director Sales for GoDaddy from India, and we are very much into Microsoft practices. I mean, we provide solutions to our clients for all the developments using Microsoft technologies. My problem is we are not Microsoft partner as such right now. So providing licensing and this Microsoft solutions to the clients becomes a little difficult for me because they ask for then licensing and all, and I'm not very much eligible for that right now. So, and second problem is the clients when we explain them the kind of solutions Microsoft is having. I mean, they need some time to understand the technology, to hands-on on it, to experiment it. So is there any possible way of having a free version of it for the clients to, I mean, to get the hands-on and understand the technology properly before going for actual payment or licensing? That is the first question. And second is, I mean, is there any collaboration between the organization? I mean, today's session was mainly focused on marketing and sales, right? So now, for example, two companies are becoming partner. For example, GoDaddy and HashCon are becoming partner for the sake of understanding. Now, HashCon is having his customer base and GoDaddy is having his customer base. And both are into two different kind of solutioning, but they now want to merge the sales efforts going forward as a partner. So is there any kind of collaboration possible between the two Microsoft technologies on the organization level, where both can enjoy their kind of customer base?
Okay.
So that these are the questions. I mean.
Okay, thank you very much. I think it's Harun. So thank you very much. So let me quickly answer, and I'll ask Nitish probably on the licensing part to support. So first of all, thank you very much for attending the sessions, and I hope as you shared, you liked it. Now regarding, there are certain tools available like CDX in Microsoft where you'll be able to configure certain tools and see whether, and even show it to your customers. So this is, you can try it out, and if you need, we can offline discuss more on it. And regarding the licensing challenge which you discuss about, you definitely can reach out to people like Ingram, and then they'll be able to help you. Nitish, you want to add anything?
Yeah, so as you rightly mentioned, Sajid, for anything related to licensing and what you were mentioning, the challenges that you're facing, so we can connect maybe one-to-one, and I'll be able to help you in terms of how to approach and who to reach, so that it will be helpful to you. So I mean, I can connect with you on after the call as well, and I'll be happy to help.
And the second part of your thing is that partner to partner engagement. I think I saw certain activities from Microsoft, Ingram to bring partners together. So basically, get offline with us, and then we'll be able to share more on it.
Yes, okay. That is also one of the things that we can work on, Harun.
Okay. Thank you. Can I put one more question if possible, time permits?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
If there's nobody else, then we will give probably preference to others. Otherwise, if there's no other question, you can take the time.
Sure, let me know.
So anybody?
Yeah, sure, Harun. I think you can ask your question. There's one more I see in the chat box. So after that, we can get to the next question. No issues.
Okay, just to make it simple, I mean, as today's was the marketing stuff, so is there any possibility, I mean, apart from all the helping tools available through Microsoft D365 and all, is there any reverse engineering possible, for example, to make a organization understand, okay, see, your business right now is 10 million. Now, to make it 20 million, you can use our Microsoft marketing technologies, and the extra 10 million will come from this. I mean, you can broadcast this many emails, you can do this many connects. I mean, is there any measurements from the marketing, how much the business is generated? I mean, because all AI and all other stuffs are there. So is that possible? I hope I am.
Yes, yeah, it is possible. It is possible, and I think you have a lot of tools available which you will be able to address. I will suggest let's get offline, and then we can discuss more into exact details of that. Okay.
No problem. No problem. Sure.
Thank you very much. I see, Pooja, some questions on the chat.
Yes, there is one from Kaiser. The question is, does MS Dynamics 365 also connect with WhatsApp messaging?
Okay, I think that's a good question. So Dynamics as such has options to integrate with external application. The way you do with SMS integration is as a built-in channel. You will be able to use integrate with WhatsApp also using the app integrations, and there is a minimal amount of the code integration required for WhatsApp.
Hey, Kaiser, I hope that answers your question. Then we have, then we have one from Riaz. He's asking, please explain licensing and cost.
On this, I'll just quickly jump on. So Riaz, on the licensing again and costing, will again I'll be able to help you if, and we have to again catch up maybe separately on this, and we can talk on the licensing and costing as well.
From a technical perspective, I will add, Riaz, is that it's a tenant-based licensing for Dynamics 365. What it means that you get unlimited user, and then you just have to buy one license for your tenant, and approximately cost is around $1,500 as a list price. I'm sure Nitish will give you a good discount on those.
We have one more from Jilani, Sajid.
Yeah.
Yes, there's one more question. I have missed out one question here from Atif Rahman. How the report can be generated on the tool?
Excellent. So, since it's a Microsoft tool, most of these reports you'll be able to, there's an insight which we saw. You can create your own reports and then able to export into any of the PDF, Excel, even Microsoft Word. Second thing, you can have this database which you can integrate with your Power Apps called Power BI. If you want further dashboards, availability of these dashboard on mobile. So you'll be able to generate this using the Power BI more on the customized reporting. Some of the people which we are working, they have used inbuilt marketing reporting, plus as well as for extensive dashboarding and availability on mobile, they use Power BI.
Yeah,
So if you need more details, connect with us after the session and we'll be able to share more on it.
And Sajid, there's one more question from Jelani. It says you'd like to know about construction and production module if D365 supports.
Okay, that's a good question. So yes, I think Kareem showed you the complete Dynamics 365 pie. And it does have the ERP side of the part where you have production module available, and then you can have basically a part of the services module customized for construction. So some of the vertical app also is available as part of the Microsoft Market app marketplace, and then you'll be able to use those third-party specific app for the business. So if let's say you are in the road construction business, which we recently worked. So there is a customized app available which you can integrate with Business Central of that. So hope I answered that question, Mr. Jilani.
There is one more. So I think Alauddin wants to ask the question. Yes, Alauddin, if you can go ahead with your question, please.
Alauddin, maybe we don't hear you or it's on the.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. So see, I worked with multiple ERPs, specifically in SAP and other verticals. So I could see that in UAE and Dubai and all, there are specific verticals specifically for real estate, because in real estate, verticals are booming in Middle East. Okay, so we have a specific module in for real estate in different ERP. Do we have something like that in Dynamics?
Thanks, Alauddin. So as Sajid already mentioned on the last question with Jilani had asked that, we have so the different modules which Reem had shown you in the slides earlier. So as you rightly mentioned, for real estate or for any other or any industry vertical industry verticals, we have specific ISV vendors as well. So for example, for real estate, will be an ISV solution which sits on top of Dynamics 365 Finance or Business Central, rather. I mean, for any sort of ERP.
It will be an enhancement has to be made, or it is ready to deploy?
It's ready to deploy. So it will be, I would answer your question away with, if I say ISV for a real estate in your question, so it will be like 80 to 90%, will be there. But 10 to 15%, which will be customized for, depending on the customer to customer. So that should be, but 80 to 90%, I'm pretty sure. And for example, real estate, there are partners or there are, ISVs who will be able to assist 80 to 90% of the business process on top of FNO or Business Central for that matter.
Okay.
Yes. So example, like just to add to Nitish is there are people who are customize a complete human resources available for the UAE localization. So you can get it on the Business Central if you're using. You'll be able to get an human resources part of the localization available as part of a third-party app, and which you can tightly integrate with your ERP and other solutions. I think we are already over time.
Yes.
And is there
any more questions, team? Also, can you all please reshare your email address here? We have your registration, so we have your email addresses just to make sure that we don't miss out anyone when we are sending the follow-up mailer along with the session recording and the presentation.
Yeah, one last question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, is there any scope for warehouse management? There we have a that is a voice recognition. That is a voice. The moment the RFID comes, there is a RFID reads and the system gets updated, debit, and the stock get debited and credited automatically.
So Alauddin, just to answer that, yes,
there is no
RFID. RFID as part of the a core application on Dynamics 365. Yes, it is need to be a third party integrated. So yeah, there are certain business application available. What I suggest, probably we can connect after this session and discuss the various requirement and how it can fulfill those requirements through Dynamics 365. But I can tell you that Dynamics 365 has a lot of inbuilt functionality, and some of the customized functionality is provided by the partner apps.
Okay.
So if
any other question, team? We'll be happy to answer any questions still if there is.
So I think thank you. I will hand over to Pooja.
So thank you everyone, especially to all the speakers for such a wonderful presentation today. And most importantly, thanks to all the attendees who made this session a very interactive one. We are always here to help from Ingram Micro team from HASHCRON Technologies. You can always reach out to Mr. Sajid and also to Nitish for any support moving forward. And we can also arrange for a one-to-one session, one-to-one end customer session, again with HASHCRON Technology. So in case you want any detailed session, technical session also. So do feel free to reach out to us anytime, and looking forward to having many more such informative sessions in the future. Thank you so much. We'll be sharing out the follow-up mailers, so please do look out for the follow-up mailers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.